Hi, I'm Debbie Moore and welcome to my inspiration video. In this one I'm going to show you how to do a grotto card, and I love these because you get so much dimension with them and they're very easy to use. So we're going to get started by printing out all the elements, which I've already done. Now cut them all out ready and just lay them on your table. Once you've laid them out, what you're then going to do is cut. This is my first side of my grotto card, so I've cut round it, and then the next step is to actually score. Now what you need to do is, I'm using my craft room, but you can use any scoreboard. I'm going to pop my scoreboard into my craft room, and I need a metal ruler as well. Pop that in like so, move my craft room, but you can use any scoreboard that you have at home. Now how you would actually do the score lines, and if you can't see them correctly, go to the guideline. There is actually in the help section, it shows you how to put the grotto card together, and there's a template in there that you can print off to show your guides. So all I'm going to do is get my ruler, line it up with a score line on my board like so, get my tool and simply score. Now once I've scored there, I move my grotto card along again until it reaches the ruler. So the ruler lines up with the score line, and I'm going all the way through. Now I'm just going to lift this up a little bit because I have a lip on here. I'm going to go all the way through until I come to the next one. Just keep repeating the action until you've gone through all of your lines. Now the one thing I would say is, if you're not too sure, lift up your grotto side and you can feel from the back how far you've got. So I've got so far across, and then I'm going to put my scoreboard lined up with a ruler again and just repeat all the way across. So remember, do your score lines first, which is what I'm doing. So I'm going all the way across until I get to the end, and then I'm going to then do my next step, which will be to cut. Once you've done this, this will enable the grotto card to fold totally into itself to make that dimensional grotto shape. So there's all my scoring done. I'm going to put that to one side. I'm going to then get my scoring mat, or I should say my mat, back into my craft room, and the next step would be to cut. Now if you've never cut before, this is my top tip. Get your knife, instead of holding it at the top of the actual pointer knife, you want to hold it more at an angle, because you're going to use this part of your blade. So we're going to start with one side. You're going to, any straight lines or curve lines, all I'm going to do is rotate my blade all the way along, like so, all the way along. So I've started that way, lift it up, and you can see it pops out very easily. You repeat it on each one. Now don't worry too much if it's not totally on the line, because it's going to go, it's going to score, or I should say it's going to go into itself, so you don't have to worry about getting it directly onto the line. Now what's important are these little gaps on the edge of your grotto card. I've already done one side, and now I'm doing this one here. These fold into itself. This is what folds the grotto card, so you need to cut these out and then lift it up. So you can see I've done that bit. I need to do this next bit, put my knife onto it, wiggle all the way along, keep wiggling, move your grotto card round until you get to the end. And as I said, you don't have to be too on the line, and then lift it up so I can see that I've done that part. So I need to do this one. Now I'm doing it with you. So as you go through the steps, remember, do your scoring first and then your cutting. So I've done that one, that one, that one. Then you can see that it's not folding rightly, so I need to do two more. Now once you get the hang of these grotto cards, you're going to have so much fun with these, because you can do so much with them, from actually putting those faux tea lights into, or I should say inside your grottos, to even just a simple gift or even a cupcake. Now there, lift it up, and as you can see, it's all cut. Now what I'm going to make sure is it pulls out and goes into itself. Now follow the guidelines, but I can tell you now, to start off with, when it comes to folding, you're going to always start off with folding down. Now once you fold down, so start with the edge, make sure it's scored, and help it to fold into itself. Then once it's folded down, to make the mountain, you're going to do a valley. And as you go down and then up to make the valley, the actual grotto card will start to take shape. And then this one is a mountain. Now I've done that part of it, it's slowly taking shape. Now if you find that it's not moving, like this part of it isn't moving, is because I haven't cut into it. So I just need to go back to that line and just cut into it. And you're going to do that until, this is what you're going to end up with on this side. You can see that it's folded totally flat and done part of the shape. So I'm going to repeat the same on here, fold it down into it, and I can see it's starting to take shape. Give it a hang, give it a little go and press down. And because I've scored it, so it started with a mountain then valley, that's how easy it is to put the grotto card together. So then all you then need to do is get your adhesive, and you need to use a strong adhesive with this. You want to come out, here we go. Put it together. Get the other side, fix it on there, lay it flat. The next step would be to put your sides on. Get your adhesive again, put your sides on. Now there's loads of spare elements on the CD for you to actually print off. And you can just print the sides off or you can decoupage them. So I'm literally going to stick that onto there. Align it up to the edge on both sides. Put Santa on, reading his naughty and nice list. So look at that, how gorgeous is that? It's slowly coming together, and the last thing I need to do is I need to do my base. Now I've already cut and scored this. I've cut it out already, and to put it together, remember, just use a strong adhesive tape or glue. Now the one thing I have to tell you is you do have some straight lines on either side. Now these are going over your inside of your spine of your grotto, so you need to make sure you cut out slivers so it can pop in. So I've just cut out 2 little slivers on either side, and then I'm going to fix my box together. I'm just using my 3-in-1 glue. I think I'm running out. Put a bit more on. There we go. Stick it together by folding it into place. There's one side. This is what I love about this glue. It's quick drying. There's another. Do the other side. And then I'm just going to fit my base inside the grotto card, and it's done. Let's get your base up, hold it a few more minutes. Typical, there you go. Then I fit that in. Now because I've got Santa on the outside, what I'd recommend you do is slide it at an angle and then slot your base into the shape of it. Now it is a little bit fiddly, but once you get the hang of it, it will fit in, she says, very easily. Put it in, lift it up, and there you go. So have a go and happy crafting.